So here when we use the word Atma, it's always I. Okay, don't think that Atma is somebody else. It's I only. He's referring to I only, you only, or self only. You should not be under the impression that Atma means something else is there. It's you only. Your real nature is there. In the waking state, you get deluded by a superimposition, the projection of the mind. So, the purpose of spiritual teaching, or Upanishad, is to remove the ignorance of yourself. You have ignorance that because in the waking state something is getting superimposed on you. That ignorance is removed through jnana. Because in waking state there is a delusion which happens. Chidavasa is coming and there is ignorance that self is getting suffering. Self is suffering. So real nature of self is told to Chidavasa. In that process your ignorance is being removed. For whom? Chidavasa. Chidavasa is nothing but self. Right? Chidavasa is nothing. You can think it's almost when you are watching a movie you are getting so involved. So for you it's told that this is a movie, you are not that. So this teaching is to teach you that you are the non-dual self, Advaita. And the self has no bondage and self has no liberation. Okay. So purpose of Upanishad is this much only. To teach you clearly, you are the non-dual, your real nature is told. Otherwise you think that I am suffering, okay, I have attachment, I need to get separate from attachment. No, you don't have to get free from attachment. You need to understand your real nature. So then Yadnavalkya tells further, Salila Eko Drashta Advaito Bhavati Esha Brahmalokaha Samrat Iti Hainam Anushasasa Yesho Asya Parama Anandaha Etasyeva Anandasya Anyani Bhutani Matram Upajuvanti 4.3.32. So just like Salila, water you cannot divide into multiple these things. Water is one whole. Okay, you can divide a piece of wood into two, cut into two. But water, if it is flowing, it is one water. It's one flow. Okay, like that, self is non-dual. It is appearing in waking state, the waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. But there is one self. It's not multiple. Advaita, and that Advaita Brahman is experiencing supreme bliss of Brahmaloka, self-realization of Brahmaloka in deep sleep. And this is called Paramananda. This is called supreme bliss. If you think that there is something called supreme bliss beyond that, it's not there. Because we start imagining, oh, self-realization is some other bliss is there. This is the supreme bliss. Means, don't look for something beyond the bliss of a deep sleep. Otherwise we start imagining, oh, mukti means something else is there. Okay. So deep sleep itself is not self-realization, but deep sleep is a temporary experience of self-realization because the projection of the mind is stopped. Self-realization, you experience that all the time in Turiya. Okay, because that's your real nature. Because of the delusion which is there in the waking state, you are not experiencing it. Once the delusion goes, that state of bliss is there, all the states. Are you clear? That's all. Now you are experiencing only in deep sleep state. In the waking state, there is a delusion happening. I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect. So now you are getting a clarity that I am not the body, I am not the mind, intellect, I am the Atma, Brahman. So then what happens? That delusion starts going. Then the bliss permeates all the states, not just the deep sleep state. this is Paramagati. Paramagati means supreme state. So because people have, I said 14 lokas: Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Suvarloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, and Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Rasatala, Patala, lower lokas. Right? There are various lokas explained. Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka. In each of the loka, higher and higher loka, there is a greater and greater degree of bliss. Even in Brahma loka, there is a great amount of bliss compared to our lower lokas. Okay? Right? And I already told there are two paths for a person. One is called Uttarayana Marga, another is called Dashinayana Marga. Uttarayana Marga, somebody goes, he can go up to Brahma loka or supreme abode. There he will experience bliss. Now, even that bliss is conditional, because there is a experience and experienced. It is great bliss compared to earthly plane. But the bliss of self-realization, where there is no experience and experience, there is no duality, is the supreme bliss, Paramagati. And that experience you already have in deep state. Are you clear? Then people may say, what is this kind of bliss here? What is this? This supreme bliss, and this is called great wealth, he says. Then somebody comes and says, what is this great wealth? I don't have anything to enjoy. I don't get a cup of coffee. I don't get dance and sing and music. What is this enjoyment? In deep state, there's nothing else is there. Right? Then Upanishad teaches, any enjoyment to have, if the subject object is there, is an effort involved. Nothing comes free of cost. And once you get it, is temporary. And ultimately, what is the purpose? Let's say I want to eat something, I'll get happiness. So you put it in the mouth, momentarily there's happiness, and after that happiness disappears. The momentary, any happiness where the object is separate from you, the happiness is temporary. In non-duality, there's no object separate from you. You are all. Okay? So, which is greater bliss? Working for something, getting a temporary happiness, and then again losing it and again working for it, is it happiness? Or becoming happiness? Okay, like eating sugar. People say in Bhakti Marga, they'll say, I love God. I enjoy Bhakti. Bhakti is very sweet. So I don't, the Bhakti is like sugar. Okay, I want to enjoy sugar. So then they start enjoying sugar, Bhakti. Then many times they will feel that God is not, their emotion is not coming, devotional emotion is not coming. Then they feel miserable. Okay, I don't have devotion. Okay, even that Bhakti is on and off. It's not permanently, all the time they cannot be in the high in the Bhakti. Okay, that's why many of the songs of devotees, they're crying for God. Why don't you come? Because there's a suffering there. There's a feeling of the God is like a sweet, the devotion is like sweet, but all the time you cannot get the high of the sweet, because there is a separation. Whereas in Advaita Jnana and Mukti, there is no separation. There is nothing separate from you, the self. When there is no separate from you, where is the question of losing something? It's an eternal happiness, eternal bliss. Why are you craving for small bliss, happiness? Even including the happiness of Brahmaloka. So Brahmaloka means people who worship God. So they say, I don't want to merge with God. I want to be with God. But even there is a separation and come in contact. All the time the happiness and bliss is not there. In the devotion, always there's some divorce also in between. Okay. That's why many of the songs of devotees will have a lot of crying. Why don't you come? Then there's a joy of seeing also. So it's on and off. It's not a continuous experience. Whereas it's like eating sugar, but eating sugar, sometimes you can't eat sugar, no. Whereas now, Advaita is like becoming sugar. You are like a sugar lump. Always in a supreme state of bliss, Ananda. Okay. Even the Ananda for a Sattvika, a perfectly Sattvika person, also has a limitation. He will feel happy when he is doing bhajans, singings, or studying scriptures. When there is no this thing, his mind again goes dry. As long as the mind is there, there is a problem. So the mind has to be merged in the self through jnana. Now he is giving, okay, then in the deep sleep you are experiencing Brahmananda. This is what Sri Shankaracharya says. Because you should not start confusing Brahmananda with some other experience. Okay. The bliss of supreme bliss of deep sleep state, okay, a fraction of that appears in the waking state. A fraction, small fraction. Anything which you do, only a small fraction of that is experienced in the waking state. All living beings, the deep sleep state is the maximum bliss they experience. Everything else is a small fraction. Okay. So now they say Ananda Vimamamsa, means the different levels of bliss. Giving a mathematics. See, mathematics was there in earlier times, okay? Ancient times, mathematics. India has discovered mathematics. Gives a mathematical scale for they will give a scale, the levels of bliss. The levels of bliss is Yo Manushanam Radha Samruddho Bhavati Anyesham Adipatihi Sarvai Manusya Bokai Sampannatamaha Sa Manusyanam Parama Anandaha Ataye Shatam Prajapati Loka Anandaha Sa Eko Brahmaloka Anandaha Yascha Shrotriyo Vrajino Akamahataha Atayesha Paramandayesha Brahmalokaha Samraditi Huavacha 4.3.233. Okay. Now Upanishad is giving a scale of measurement to tell. A common happiness, they said, a common happiness, a common man's happiness. There is a person, richest person on the earth, who has everything. Okay, health, wealth, family, money, power, position, everything he has. Okay, whatever he wants, he is available in his. He has education, and he has all good qualities also. It's not that he has a bad qualities. Then he is emperor of the earth. He is ruling the whole world. Such a man's happiness we consider as one unit. We consider him as happiness as 1 unit. And got it? Somebody who has everything and his happiness is taken as 1 unit. Such 100 units of happiness, you multiply by 100, okay? Such happiness belongs to Pitra Devatas. Pitra Devatas means, Pitraloka means the departed souls, okay? Go from here, they have a transit point. This Loka, where they stay for some time before they are departing to another body. The managers of that Loka are called Pitra Devatas. They're, okay, there's administrators. They all report to Yamadharmaraya. They are all working under the guidance of Yamadharmaraya. Pitra Devatas. Okay. They have become Devatas because they have done good karma here. 100 times the happiness of a man who is having everything. His happiness is 1. 100 times his happiness of that is Pitra Devata happiness. Okay. So that is, if you take that as 1, Pitra Devata happiness as 1, 100 times Pitra Devata happiness is called Gandharva Devata happiness. Gandharvas are Devatas for music. All music will music. All musicians, right? You see the musicians in the earth. When they sing, their face will be joyful. They'll be in bliss. Okay, and their experience the bliss when they a good musician, especially classical musician, they are in such a bliss when they sing. Okay? So now, the one who makes them sing through their body is Gandharvas, the Gandharva Devatas. Imagine their happiness. Their happiness is 100 times the happiness of Pitra Devatas. Okay? Then 100 times the happiness of Pitra Devatas is the happiness of Karma Devatas. Karma Devatas means, okay, Gandharva Devatas?
Yeah.
Okay.
100 times of Gandharva Devata.
Gandharva Devata happiness you take as one. 100 times Gandharva Devata happiness is Karma Devata happiness. Karma Devata means there are people who have done very good karma here. Very good karma in the sense that Ashwamedha and that type of yajnas. Okay? The great yajnas, Soma yajna, Yashwamedha yajna, lot of good merits as prescribed in the Upanishads. Not just any good merit in social service. Right? And because they have done good karma, if they are just ordinary good karma, then you will go to, if they do ordinary karma, like rituals, they will go to heaven, experience something and come back. Heaven is happy place. Now we are always talking about happiness beyond heaven. Okay. So these people have done more than just rituals. They have done great rituals. That qualifies them to become a karma devatas. They just don't experience Swarga, they become the rulers of Swarga, happiness, heaven. Okay. And that is one unit of happiness of Karma Devata. Whose happiness? 100 units of?
No, 1 unit of Gandharva is 100 for Gandharva.
100 units of Gandharva is 1 unit of Karma Devata. Okay. Okay. Right? Now, these Karma Devatas, beyond these Karma Devatas, there is called Ajana Devatas. Ajana means Karma Devata and Ajana Devata, you have to understand the difference. In earth, okay, there are a lot of people who work hard and make billions. Okay? Understand? There are people who work very hard and make billions. So, they have to work very hard and big. Karma Devatas are, they have worked very hard in the earth plane to get good punya. And they have become Devatas there. That means they have struggled hard to become Devata, Karma Devatas. Whereas Ajana Devata means somebody is born in the Devata family only. By birth he is Devata. Let us say Indra and Shachi Devata, they have a child. They don't have to work hard here. They are already born in the Indra's family. By hereditary.
Yeah.
Understand?
Like somebody born in a billionaire's family.
Somebody born in a billionaire's family. Equal to somebody born in a billionaire's family. 100 Karma Devata happiness is 1 unit of happiness of Ajana Devata. Okay. Now, Upanishad gives you incentive. You can get the happiness of Ajana Devata when you are on the earth. Now he is giving you so much of so much of marketing he has done for happiness. Upanishad. Now he says Ajana Devata happiness. You must imagine how Ajana Devata. That happiness you can get on the earth, a human being. Shrotriyam. Andre, Shrotriya means one who has understood the teachings of Vedanta. One who has means the Vedanta, not just studied, not a Pandita.
Was understood.
One who has understood the teaching of Vedanta, Tattvamasi, Atmadnana. Okay? Right? And then he has become Apapa. Apapa means there is no other vasanas are not there. You may understand Vedanta, but still vasanas may be there. Okay. Then one who is free from kama, desires, attachments. Okay, he will get the happiness of Ajana Devata Ananda. But now he is equal to, a human being is equal to Ajana Devata Ananda. No, that's not over. Ananda is not over. Okay. Ajana Devata, 100 units of Ajana Devata happiness, 100 units of happiness of Ajana Devata is the happiness of somebody who is born in Brahmaloka, Prajapati Loka. No, not in Brahmaloka, Prajapati Loka. Prajapati Loka is not Brahmaloka. Prajapati Loka is lower. It's Brahmaji's place, creators. Prajapati Loka. Okay, Prajapati Loka, that Ananda. How much Ananda? 100 units of Ajanaja Devatas Ananda. Or a human being who is Shrotriya, who is well versed in Veda. Shrotriya also means one who is well versed in Vedas. Somebody who is able to chant Veda mantras and all beautifully. And he is actually free from vasanas. He is experiencing bliss. They are blissful. Sattvic Ananda. Okay. So that Ananda is 100 units of that is equal to one Ananda in Prajapati Loka. Means Brahmaji's place. Prajapati means Brahmaji. Creator. Okay. Now, 100 units of happiness in Prajapati Loka is equal to 1 unit of happiness in Brahma Loka. Okay. Brahma Loka is the place where people who reach after a lot of upasana, right? They reach Brahma Loka after upasana. I have told you, those who go in the which marga? Uttarayana marga, they reach Brahma Loka. So their happiness is equal to 100 units of happiness of Prajapati Loka. Imagine how much happiness they have. And they have also long life, very long life. Okay. Now, beyond this, he says there is no measurement scale. It's over. This much we can measure. Upanishad is saying. Okay, now he says that Ananda which is there in Brahmaloka is nothing but one drop of Ananda in Brahmananda. One drop, not even measure.
You can imagine the ocean of where
One drop of Ananda.
sleeping.
One drop of Ananda in the Brahmaloka Ananda is nothing but one drop of Ananda of Brahmananda, Paramananda, supreme bliss. Okay? And this is the Ananda of a self-realized person. Oh. Of a Brahmadnani. Ide Paramananda. This is Paramananda. This is Brahmananda. There is no scale. There is no comparison. Huh? He says, beyond Brahmaloka Ananda he has measured now. Up to that measurement is possible. Beyond that, no measurement is possible. And one drop of this Ananda in Brahmaloka, okay, is one drop of Ananda of a Atmadnani, Brahmadnani.
Why should you do such a market?
So, now it creates a lot of motivation for to get people into Brahmananda, Paramananda.
Yeah. Solid marketing.
No, this is actually when they say 1 unit, 100, they actually that much only. Because Veda, whatever Veda says, they don't tell just like that. It's not for a marketing purpose. So why that Ananda for self-realized person is the highest compared to others? Is the question. Okay. In every other place, there is a conditioning. Still, I am the body concept is there. In all the lokas, Karma Devata or Ajana Devata, or people who are born in Brahma Loka or Prajapati Loka, still they have a body. There's a condition. Okay. They have a upadhi. Then for experiencing happiness, they also need something to get happiness. Their happiness is not unconditional. Okay. And when there is a conditional happiness there, even if they are in Brahmaji's Loka, even if they are in Prajapati Loka, there is a conditioning, because of that a little bit of fear will be there. And that little bit of fear will make them fall also. That's why I have heard the story, this to explain this only. We have heard the story of Jaya Vijaya. Jaya Vijaya, Vaikuntha Loka is actually Brahma Loka, the topmost planet. Vaikuntha Loka, they are gatekeepers in Vaikuntha Loka. That means they are very, very blissful in that Loka. And they could not show respect when the Sanak Sanandana Rishis came. Then there was a curse. The moment the curse is there, they are afraid. We will lose the privileges of Brahma Loka, Vaikuntha Loka. And they have to be born as asuras, demons, and then again they have to get liberated, go back to Vaikuntha. That means as long as you are a concept that I am the body, the conditioning is there, the happiness is also conditioned. Even you may have everything in the world. That conditioned happiness causes fear. The conditioned happiness limits the joy which you have, even though you have everything. Bhaya Shoka. A little bit will be there. It's not as much as in the earth plane. But even that little bit, more than enough for them. So one who has realized self, Shrotriya, Brahmanishta, such a person is called Brahmana. One who is knower of Brahman. He has completely become free from Kama, desire. There is nothing to desire for him. He is blissful by himself. What comes, what goes. No bother, not bothered. No attachment to anything. Okay. So, he is eternally blissful. And that blissful is called Brahmananda or Paramananda. This is the supreme Ananda. Okay. Too heavy, huh? Now, Janaka Raja is very pleased. I am giving 1,000 cows to you. Please take 1,000 cows with the gold, this thing, gold studded horns. Okay. Then he says, I'll ask one more question. Then Yadnavalkya got scared now. I have told everything to you and still ask one more question. And he cannot say no to the question. Yadnavalkya thought he has told the supreme truth. Now Janaka Raja is saying, I am asking one more question. Okay. Yadnavalkya himself was a bit shaken aback. Still you have questions. Right? So, Janaka Raja doesn't leave Yadnavalkya until he gets complete self-realization clarified. He just doesn't leave him.
Till he reaches the Brahmaloka.
No, he has already, Brahmaloka he has understood now. Now, what is beyond that, he is asking the questions. More. Okay. So, he is asking some more questions. Okay, that question, even Yadnavalkya gets a little bit taken aback by that question. You want still more questions? He is asking. So, that's why we have to realize self is Brahman. Atma is Brahman. Okay, so that is the supreme bliss. Atma Dhnana or Brahma Dhnana, that is the supreme reality. That's why, and such a person is called Brahmana. And such Brahmanas were respected in India, one who is Brahmadnani. Very clear?